previous topic have established that surface mining operations include several main activities that include the ore extraction or mine of the material, the overburden excavation and removal, the overburden transport, the waste disposal, the low-grade material pile and transport for future treatments or separated process. The ore extraction and the material handling process were covered in Module 1. So in this topic, we will outline the main aspects of the other surface mining operation and their relation to equipment and costs. Two main activities of the surface mining operations are the overburden removal and its transport to the disposal areas. In Module 1 and Module 3, we saw that the overburden is the waste rock material that is overlying the deposit. The principal overburden excavation machines are draglines, bucket wheel excavators, power shovels, dozers, dredges, and graders. And now, let's have a look in more detail at a few of them and how they operate. The depth of the overburden to be excavated before reaching the deposit, its abrasiveness, its hardness, and its interface with the ore are some of the main characteristics that should be taken into account for the best choice of the most appropriate equipment. In addition, the distance to the disposal site and the topography of the area should be considered. For example, shovel and truck are more suitable for steep and mountainous areas, whereas drag lines or bucket wheels excavators, as we can see in these images, are more suitable for gentle or moderate slopes. The initial preparation of the surface mine site starts with the removal of the top vegetations, the soil, and any loose sand or gravel. This activity mainly uses graders, dozers, and shovel trucks. The overburden is then fragmented, either by dozer ripping or blasting, and it is removed and placed to the disposal site. The overburden is only removed far enough ahead of the operation to ensure an adequate ore supply. In Module 1, we learned how the ore, after having been mined, is handled, transported, and put in storage. In the same way, the overburden, after its excavation, must be transported and disposed in a deposition site. It is at this stage that we see that the trucks are the main workforces for this activity. But we should keep in mind that bigger the distance to the disposition site, higher are the transport costs. In these images, we can see the collection and the transport of the overburden material at the Bingham Canyon mine in the Utah, USA. The trucks are usually loaded by shovels or excavators before driving to the disposal site, where they dump the material or drop it in the identified disposal area. In this sequence of images, you can see the dumping of the overburden material from a truck at the Saxonville Colliery open cut, further up in the Hunter Valley in New South Wales, Australia. Then, after dumping the material, the trucks drive back to the loading areas, as you can see in this image, where an empty truck is driving down a ramp in an open-pit diamond mine in Australia. An alternative method of transport for the overburden is the belt conveyor, and Stephen mentioned to it in the previous module. The belt conveyor, compared to the truck haulage transport system, is more energy efficient and less labor-intensive. The method is often combined with draglines and crusher excavation methods, and it represents a good cost-effective solution. The areas of disposal of the low-grade material or of the material that have been excavated in order to expose the higher degrees material are called waste dump or spoil dump or spoil pile. On placement, overburden is referred to as spoil. In these images, you can see a spoil dump associated with a truck and dump called strip mine. An appropriate choice of the waste dump site depends upon the pit geography and the topography. the volume of waste material that are expected or planned to be disposed, the drainage condition of the site for potential surface and groundwater pollution. In the next topic, we will look at the main technique to break the rock mass in order to facilitate the removal of the overburden before its transport to the dump site.